Grace and peace, brothers. This is Brother Rod, and I've got a question for you. Who is your Ben Wade? Now you're like, Brother Rod, well, who's Ben Wade? Well, in the movie 310 to Yuma, Ben Wade was an outlaw, and Dan Evans was assigned to bring him in, to take him to a train that left at 3:10 p.m. to the town of Yuma where Ben Wade would be prosecuted. And Dan was totally committed to getting this job done. This was a dangerous job because Ben Wade, as I said, was an outlaw and he killed people. He was manipulative. But Dan was committed to delivering Ben Wade to Yuma. Well, halfway in the battle, halfway to accomplishing this goal, Ben Wade overcame Dan and he was going to kill Dan. In fact, he was strangling Dan. And then Dan said something that totally changed Ben Wade's perspective. He confessed. He confessed to Ben Wade. He said, listen, I want to be a hero. I failed as a husband. I failed as a provider. I failed as a father. I was a soldier. I failed as a soldier. I ran from the war and I was shot by friendly fire and I was humiliated. Me taking you to Yuma is my chance to be a hero. In the eyes of my son, in the eyes of my wife, I want to be a hero. And something clicked inside of Ben Wade to the point where Ben, he understood Dan's desire to be a hero. He understood Dan's desire for a second chance. Kind of like the woman at the well in John 4, where the Samaritan woman, where Jesus gave her a second chance, as well as the woman caught in the very act of adultery. Jesus gave her a second chance. So Ben Wade at that moment can sort of captured Dan's desire to be a hero, to get a second chance to do it right. And he embraced Dan's mission and took it on as his own. So much so that he helped Dan turn himself in because Ben's gang was trying to free him. So he helped Dan avoid his own gang and turned himself in. Well, brothers, we need men like that. We need men who are willing to stand in the gap for another man, even a man you don't like, a man you don't respect. Why? Because you desire for that man to do better, to be decisive, to be mature, to be consistent, to be strong. And so you are willing to stand in the gap and even take a hit for that brother. So let me ask you again, who is your Ben Wade? Grace and peace. This is Brother Rod.